San Antonio. The Timberwolves are led by their 6'11" star, Kevin Garnett. Still just 22 years old, Garnett came into the league in 1995, straight out of high school. Many people know about his enormous contract, $21 million a year for 6 years. That deal, signed last year, changed the way the NBA operates. The owners locked out the players last summer in order to bring escalating salaries back in line. But money aside, Garnett is a terrific young player. He's level-headed and engaging, and he is loyal to all those people who have helped him along the way to NBA stardom.
A talent for the future. This young guy could be a star.
There was a knock on the door. I went to the door and took a look in the peephole, and there was the single largest kid I had ever seen in my life.
That kid was the best high school player in the country. His goal was to play big-time college basketball, but he hadn't scored high enough on the SAT to be eligible.
Well, first of all, you have to understand, I had like a crazy schedule. Like in the morning, I would have to make sure my sister got to school. Then I would have to get to school. After school, I had to my SAT classes. After that, before I had to make my SAT classes, I had to grab my sister and get her home, make sure she ate. You know, you have to understand, I've been through like all kind of little stuff because my mother worked her tail off just to get us to a nice neighborhood. When we made the move to Chicago, we was expecting it to be one way. We were out there in front of Farragut, which is by far not one of the best neighborhoods in the world. There was times where I didn't know how he was going to get through that day,
What I decided was, why not arrange for a workout? And all of the NBA personnel were sitting behind the basket in bleachers, looking up through the fiberglass backboard.
I just had taken over with the Timberwolves, and I was thinking, how can we take an 18, 19-year-old high school kid? I hadn't even looked at tape at this point. We had some tapes of a high school kid. I'm not going to watch a high school game. You got to be kidding me.
I'll never forget, a guy from the Clippers said, let's see you go up while you're tired, go up. So I went up, touched the glass, and as I was going up, I'm like yelling, I'm like yelling, I'm screaming,
Kevin went up, touched the top of the box, came back down, went right back up and touched the top of the box. And I turned around and I looked, and I could see the jaws of everybody drop.
We're going to go in and we're going to look at this kid, and we're going to tell everybody that we're going to take Garnett, thinking that the other people might panic and someone might take him ahead of us. We went into workout, 10 minutes into workout, and I turned to Kevin and said, hey, we aren't telling anybody, we better hope that he's there at number 5.
So Kev came down, he was like, hey, how you doing? Mikhail, and I'm thinking, is he supposed to be talking to me?
You were like, man, this guy's an unbelievable physical talent. He just did so many different things that you were looking at thinking, man, how good can this kid be?
Suddenly, Garnett was a hot commodity. He was now a sure lottery pick.
A lot of people didn't know was that I was still taking my SAT class. I was still trying to chase my college dream, and I was definitely trying to, go that route.
Ironically, just moments before he left for the NBA draft, Garnett received a surprise phone call from his high school coach.
A lot of stuff on my mind, the phone rings. There was Wolf, and he was like, I was going through some of my papers in my office. So I found out the score, So you passed. I was more happy that I had got to that point, that I worked so hard to pass. I had worked so hard to get up to the certain point. It was so vivid in my mind, man, to the point that when they called my name, that's the only time I forgot about it.
With the 5th pick in the 1995 NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Kevin Garnett from Farragut Academy in Chicago.
To this day, I can feel the goosebumps come all over me. I remember I was like, for about 30 seconds, I flash back, where I'm from. The workouts, my sisters, stuff I had to do, we had to do to get through the day. And all of a sudden it came back like, I was here.
When we return, a look at Kevin Garnett's life as an NBA player. First, a message from Prudential and a word from the NBA.